Iron Mace can release dark and darker early access right now until their court date, when Nixon will for sure file an injunction preventing Iron Mace from releasing the game until the court case has concluded. Nixon has no ability to tell Iron Mace that they can't launch the game until their court date, when Nixon can then file an injunction to prevent Iron Mace from releasing early access. There's nothing preventing early access until an injunction, which can only be filed in court, since it has to be if Iron Mace doesn't release EA soon they will be screwed. I think Iron Mace are in settlement talks with Nixon and hopeful to make a deal. So, lawyer wholly unfamiliar with the relevant law. Take that as you will. I don't think Iron Mace know when the game will be released simply because they don't know the outcome of the negotiations. There could be a deal soon and they'd give us a date. But right now they have hopes of making a deal, and that's a reason to be quiet. If I'm negotiating and I'm only a few commas away from a handshake, I don't announce to the world I'm about to get my way through. You've put a timer on yourself in the court of public opinion, and that's a surefire way to make your negotiating opponent lean more strongly on their demands. While negotiations are ongoing, you could have a strategy of making public statements highlighting your strengths and berating your negotiating opponent to show hard-headedness in the hope of driving a harder bargain. However, as that risks the negotiations crashing, that's generally what you see before negotiations start rather than during. It is also costly in public opinion and credibility within the negotiation if you have to cave on any major point. During negotiations, it's a sound strategy, particularly for a small developer hoping to strike a deal and get their game out, to avoid saying anything that could throw a wrench into the works. I think it also makes sense that we haven't been told negotiations are happening. There could be a demand within the negotiations, or a culture within the legal contexts of the cases, of not mentioning ongoing negotiations in order not to prejudice a possible trial. The thinking goes that if the court knows the side it prima facie considers the strongest was considering settling, the court could as a consequence consider that side's case to be weaker than otherwise. There could also be reason to stay quiet in order to mitigate the risks of fans scrutinizing/messing with the negotiations. My 2 cents. And why I'm still checking for news on the daily. We have been holding the line for long enough now. We must go on the offensive and hit Nixon where it hurts, the wallet. To be clear, I am not asking for anyone to be harassed or bullied. We just need to make sure we never give Nixon any money until they drop this foolish lawsuit. Is EA coming out? If so, when? What kind of delay can we expect? All the legal drama aside, especially with the resident experts who say ridiculous shit for lawyers if you know even cursory things about litigation, but I digress, the community, besides its most brain-damaged parts, has been patient and waiting. I am not demanding the game release, nor do I think I am entitled to it for free or anything like that, but as a loyal fan I do think I am entitled to not have my time wasted. Saying, they can't say anything, isn't true. You don't know law either. Stop acting whoever you are as if you do. Early access was supposed to be in early May, as we all know, and as we all know EA was delayed, but it was only delayed a bit. More than 3 weeks later going into June is, at this point, more than a bit. I don't think it's controversial to say that fans are entitled to not be stringed along by Iron Mace, because part of the reason we give IM so much deference and appreciation is, it was a free product. We were given accurate timelines to releases. If we go past the end of May and the first week of June and there is no concrete timeline for when EA releases, then I will consider that the first bout of dishonesty from Iron Mace, and I am assuming that not only is EA not coming out soon, but that I should stop trying to invest in their vision. This is all coming from someone who bought the mug instantly and flamed people for the opportunity to support the game, even if it's for whatever coffee and a dumb collectible. I did all of that assuming that, at the very least, we wouldn't be getting continuous false hype. As much as I love Grayson, he has gotten too cheeky with his Discord posting. Hopefully I eat these words, but the reason I was okay with the Cloak Dagger announcements and baiting people with cryptic memes was it was all fun and games and the releases were consistent. Now it feels like the meme hype is being used to keep a potentially dead games community on life support, drip feeding them hold the line at messages with nothing to show for it. TLDR, if EA is not coming out anytime soon, e.g. within the next 3 to 6 months, for example, it is time for IM to come out and say so. Anything past the first week of June, and honestly past the first few days of June even, is an unacceptable amount of time to be leading on the fanbase with hype. This is getting unhealthy. I've already had a few dreams here and there, mostly where I play a match, maybe go down to Inferno. But now I'm starting to have dreams about Reddit posts here with the news flare. I just woke up from a nap where I saw someone post freaking news, not even a hallelujah, game is here, just a mother F ******* ing update. Didn't even get to check the content of the post, just saw the title. I then woke up and immediately checked. Nothing. Just Cleric chants from 3 hours ago. I'm in the fetal position now, crying, pulling down on my phone screen to update this sub. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Praise the 9. Grayson is with us. Hold the line. 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 Hee hee ha 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 auto. Good boy, hey good boy auto. Tasty treat gang, Spotify a coffee.